let's talk about the merch a little bit more, because not even merch, clothing line. Because when I did the Tobin's Market show with you, it was just merch. It was a merch table then. It wasn't even what it is now. So how did that even come to getting to the point to how you have it now?
I love telling this story. It's such a cool story. You're right. That was the first show I ever had merch, and I did great that night. That was fantastic, and such a good night for me that night. So yeah, first, the only reason why I had shirts and merch in the first place is because I put myself in the audience member, right? I'm like, all right, if I'm going to I don't know Mike Live, but I'm going to his show. Before I even see him hit the stage, what subliminal message is telling me this guy's legit? What it says he's like standing out from his peers. And I was like, well, yo, if you go see Wu-Tang or Drake or anybody, they don't got a clothing line, but you can buy a shit ton of clothes from them while they're there. And I was like, all right, I need to have some merch and I need to have people working my table so I look professional and legit no matter who comes in. So it was really just that at first, and I was talking about knockoffs and spinoffs, man. I was really ripping off like Fear God and Kanye and shit like that. We don't got to go there, but
Right.
So I was at the gym one day in James Island. I was at the Gold's Gym, and I seen this guy I didn't even know at the time. He was wearing Eric Emanuel shorts, which are like $300 basketball shorts. You probably know about them. Really, you don't see them often, but if you're a sneakerhead and you see it, you know, I kind of wanted to go up and tell him. But we're also at the gym, and I don't know this guy, so it's kind of like, do you do it, or you just be like, I know those and keep it hot? I said, you know what, man, I'm just going to tell the guy. I was like, yo, sorry to bother you, just want to say the shorts are fire. And he was like, what size you wear? Which I thought was an odd response, because normally it'd be like, appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you just keep it hot. I was like, what do you mean? He was like, well, I own Cola Kicks, which Cola Kicks is like, when I die and go to heaven, there's a room in my heaven that looks like the store Cola Kicks.
Right.
So I immediately was like, man, are you kidding me? I love that store. It's so dope. I love shoes and stuff. And I was just like, I happened to be wearing one of my shirts. I was like, what's it take to get some clothes in there? He was like, you know what? We're about to move to the Tanger Outlet Mall in a few months. Stay in touch when we work out something. Sure enough, this March will make 2 years ago that happened, right? So the man kept his word, and then they opened up a store in New York, and he blessed me by putting me in New York. So, you know, I quit my job this past December, almost a year ago, and it basically, I'm able to live the life that I want. I've traveled more than ever than I have this year, all because I went to a guy and said, I like your shorts.
Yeah.
So the reason why I like telling that story is because we all heard the saying, like, don't be a dick, but this is actually like a proactive call to action to say, go out of your way to be kind.
Right.
Like, I didn't have to go out of my way to speak up and say I like your shorts, but because I did, it blesses me every day. Big part of the reason why I'm here talking to you right now.
That's my daddy.